And if they're not releasing down because they're tight, then put blocks underneath so they can release on blocks.
Okay.
Try to cross again, just like I said to Fernanda, try to cross more at the center of the shins, yeah. And then relax the feet and let the knees, yes, release down, yeah, very good, okay. And then roll to the forward edge of the sit-bones, drawing the sacrum in and up, and take that lift through the central channel and through the top of the head, as though someone's lifting you, like a puppet string. Okay, so it's an effortless lift. And then make your teacup hands and bring your fingertips on your support or on the ground behind you. And lift and roll your upper arm bones back and bend your elbows slightly. Press your fingertips down. And as you do that, let your knees release more down. Root the outer hips and thighs down. And then lift the sides of the body directly up from the outer hips to the armpits. Feel that length in the sides of the body and maintain that length. And then take that reverse seat of the armpit chest, back of the armpit to the front of the armpit up, inner the shoulder blades down. Firm the shoulder blades on the back and take your hands to rest on your thighs. Lift the base of the skull off the top of the neck, so the back of the neck and long like a swan, ears over the shoulders. Not to drop the head forward, yeah, that's it, lift the chest. Good, not to pull the shoulders back, now just firm the shoulder blades onto the back and keep the collarbones and the top edge of the shoulder blades front. And then to support your lower body, take your tailbone a little towards your pubic bone and lift the pelvic floor slightly. Widen across your lower front ribs and draw the sides of the waist back there so that your rib cage is not pushing over your hips, but directly over your hips. Even as you absorb your spine into your sternum, lift your chest. And then let your eyes lower, let your eyelids lower. And you can either keep your eyes slightly open or close the eyes and begin to take some nice full deep breaths. Here's an experiment. We did the mudra class, the mudras class. So take this mudra, index finger and thumb touch, other three fingers extend, and then extend your arms onto your legs. Turn your palms up, hands on the knees. And now observe your breath with this mudra and see where your breath is called chin mudra or gyan mudra. The other three fingers come together, so they're not separate. Yeah. And observe your breath. Where does your breath naturally go when you hold this mudra? Anybody except Katie, who's in the class with me? And you sense your breath in any particular place?
Back or top.
Anybody else? Okay, so now curl your three fingers into your palm and keep your index finger and thumb touching. I forget the name of the mudras now.
Chinmaya.
This is Chinmaya mudra, thank you. So the first one is Chin mudra or Gyan mudra, which is, the wisdom or knowledge mudra. This is Chinmaya mudra. I don't know exactly what the translation is for that. But I want you to observe your breath now with this mudra and see where you feel the breath more naturally. Lift your chest, lean back a little, with your shoulders over your hips, ears over the shoulders. Anybody?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to say, okay? Now, open your fingers, curl your thumbs in, and then wrap your fingers around your thumbs. And observe your breath. Okay, anybody want to say where you feel the breath? Okay. In your arms. So I'll tell you, and then you'll know, but should I tell? I guess so. So this position, it naturally stimulates diaphragmatic breath. Okay. This is Chinmaya mudra. Chinmaya mudra, with the fingers curled in, that naturally stimulates chest breathing, thoracic breath. And then this is Bala mudra, I think. I think it's called Bala mudra. And this naturally stimulates upper chest. Yeah, kind of interesting how the hands reflect the breath. Okay, yeah. you can kind of play with that if you like. You just feel it, you feel breath in your arms. I'm talking about the actual movement of breath. You can feel energy moving in your arms, for sure, yeah, yeah. Especially if your arms are straight.
Yeah.
When you straighten the arms, it's gonna definitely be more, a stronger feeling. You got, okay. Interesting, okay, good. Okay. All right, so now we'll do our opening challenge. So take your hands to, this is not Anjali Mudra, this is Namaste Mudra, okay? Anjali Mudra is this, Jala means water, and Anjali is an offering of water, which is what is done in India. There's lots of, it's a hot place generally, you go and offer water in the early morning sun to the sun, like this. So, that's Anjali Mudra, and this is Namaste Mudra, okay? So take the thumbs to sternum, lift the bottom to the top, lift the upper arm bones and roll them back, and from the shoulder blades down the back. And maintain the bandus, tail to the pubis, lift the pelvic floor, sides of the waist back. You have some firmness and ease, steadiness and ease in your body. Take a deep breath in and out in preparation to put your arm Om together. Then inhale deeply for Om. Om. Sahanavatu,
Sahanavatu,
Sahanavunatu,
Sahanavunatu,
Sahaviryam,
Sahaviryam,
Karavavahai,
Karavavahai,
Tejasvi,
Tejasvi,
Navaditam,
Navaditam,
Astuma,
Astuma,
Vidvishavahai,
Vidvishavahai,
Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Take a deeper breath and lift the heart. And then as you exhale, release your head over forward, chin towards your chest. And release your hands down to your thighs and pause here for a few breaths. And now we've added in Jalandhara Bandha, the throat seal. Soften the front of the throat, curling the tip of the chin in towards the notch of the clavicles, like a fiddlehead fern curling in on itself. And allow the energy of the brain, eyes, and other senses to descend into your heart center. And keep a sense of yourself emanating from your heart center. As you, with your eyes closed, inhale, raise your head up. Ears over the shoulders, raise the gaze with your eyes closed. Take the eyes to the back of the head, soften and broaden your internal focus. And as though you're looking ahead from the back of your skull, allow your eyelids to gently float open. You want to extend your legs. Massage if you like, and then we'll do Virasana. So Virasana forwards, and then the heels with the knees apart, and then go near down dog and stand forward back.
I think there's someone that needs to mute, and also I don't think your earbuds are working, but
Connected, okay, sorry about that.
someone needs to be muted. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, I think Lena was unmuted and then muted. Okay, this should be better. Yeah, you can hear me now. Yeah, connected to the AirPod now. Yeah, okay, sorry, thank you. So sitting on the heels. Big toes together, knees apart. And then bring the hands down and start to walk yourself forward. And as you go, spread your palms well. Don't overextend the thumbs or pinky, right? With the middle three fingers spread. And at the base knuckles press down and roll to the inner edge of the fingers, outer edge of the thumbs. Draw the outer edge of the upper arms down so that you wrap the shoulder blades around the outer edges of the back, even as you squeeze the elbows in and out. Bring your arms towards the outer edges of the shoulder blades, it's a little wide, yeah. And you can narrow yours a little bit, actually, Fernanda, yeah. See that the wrist creases point straight ahead. Shin the ribs in between the thighs, push down into the hands from the shoulder blades and forward into the fingers. And keep the buttocks towards the heels, elongate the back of the neck, rolling the chin in towards that notch in the clavicles. As you descend the armpit towards the floor. And then eventually taking the head down, you can use support for the head if you're very high off the ground. Be there and breathe. Squeeze your elbows in, Fernanda, especially the right arm. So not at the shoulder, but at the elbow. Yeah, the right elbow, yeah. Arms do this way, but here they go out. Yeah, yes, like that. Okay, and then keep injecting the arms into the shoulder sides. Yeah, shoulder blades firm, elbows firm. Yes, press down from your shoulder. Good. The buttocks can keep the right arm firm as you're able, because that one tends to bend. Okay, all right. Hear your inner elbows. Let them go. Yes. Breathe into the back body. Right. Observe the yes, observe the skin and flesh in the back body. As you breathe. Observe this piece, right? They point straight. So the forearms go this way, and then you move the other way. Yeah. And then you find that sweet spot where everything's straight and firm. Good. Okay, come up onto your hands and knees and we go into Asana Krishnasana, downward facing dog. So observe your hands, spread your fingers, wrist creases point straight ahead. If you need to turn your hand a little out, that's fine, but try to stabilize the wrist creases so you're not too much out, right? And then spreading the fingers, push your buttocks back towards your heels, look towards your feet, curl your toes under, draw the outer heels in and press down from the inner heels to the big toe mounds. Press down into the hands, forward into the fingers. Burn the elbows and then inhale, and as you exhale, lift your hips up. Lift your knees up, downward facing dog. Broaden the top edge of the shoulder blades, wrap the shoulder blades around to the outer edges of your chest. Bring your elbows in towards each other and up, away from the ground as you push into your hands from your shoulder blades, down into the hands, forward into the fingers. Keep your heels lifted for now, spread your toes and the ball mounds of your feet. And then find the inner thighs and widen and draw the inner groins and thighs back. And then the outer hips. Pull the outer hips back. And then as you're ready, you can start to reach your heels back towards the back of your mat and down, but more back. So you really stretch the sole of the foot. And reach with the outer heels more. Outer heels down first. And then lift the inner ankles up to the inner knees and the outer ankles up to the outer knees. Lift the head of the shin bone just at the front of the ankle up towards the knees. Firm the knees. And then press the whole circumference of the thigh bones back. To get the weight back into your feet and legs. Release your head. Lift your rib cage up in to meet your shoulder blades. Wrap the shoulder blades around for the elbows. And then tops of the shoulder blades. Take that a little deeper in. And then lengthen the sides of the body back from the armpits to the outer hips. Pull the outer hips back. And then lift your heels and walk your feet a little bit forward. Walk your hands back and come to Uttanasana, standing forward bend. So bring your hands on the outside edges of your feet. Release your torso down. Broaden the shoulder blades as you release the head. Draw the waist towards the spine and let the contents of the abdomen fall into the lower rib cage. As you release the spine down, tail to head. And then slowly open the backs of your legs, moving down into the heels, release the hamstrings up from the backs of the knees to the sitting bones. Broaden the backs of the thighs and the buttocks and the inner thigh groin area. Let that roll back as well as the outer hips. And shift the weight a little forward as needed so that the weight is over your front of your heel, front of your ankle. And not the back of the heel. Yes. That's it. Release the head. Yeah, totally release the head. And then slowly work on straightening your legs. Yes, good. Shift your weight forward, yeah. Shift your weight more forward and widen your feet just a little. If you're tighter, widen your feet more. So on, bend your knees and loose, you're not hyperextending and shift your weight forward. More forward. Yes, now root your heels down without shoving your knees back. And lift your, release your buttocks up. Don't shove the knees back. Don't shove the knees. Yes, release the torso. Hollow the waist. Good. Head down, yeah, lift your head, please. Good. Head down. Inner knee is wider, Fernanda. Widen your inner knees. Yes. Release your torso, draw the waist towards the spine as you exhale. Let the upper abdomen, so lower belly towards the spine, upper abdomen follow from the ribs. Tail to head release down. Breathe into the back. Yes, good. Shift the weight forward again. If you find yourself shifting back, bring your hands forward a little bit under your shoulders. On your fingertips, lift your head up. So if you know you're tight, you can always have your blocks ready in front of your mat for this, right? Head up and then firm your knees and root into your heels. Roll your sitting bones down. So you pull your belly in and draw your hamstrings up to meet your sitting bones. And then coil your thoracic vertebrae and look forward. Take your hands to your waist and inhale and lift your pubis and come up. Yeah, and then extend your arms down. Toe heel your feet in so your sit bone width distance apart. And be in Tadasana. Feet parallel, inner groins back, right? Inner groins back, soften your knees. And take your inner groins back. So stick your butt out a little. Yes, come on. But soften your knees when you do it. Yes. And now take your inner groins back. Yes, very good. That's it. And then maintaining the inner groins back. Take the tail just a tiny bit forward. So it's energetic. Forward and up. Lift with the pelvic floor. See if you can feel that lift from your inner ankles and soles of the feet. Through your inner knees, through your inner thighs, all the way up. Through the perineum, up the front of the spine to the front of the throat. That's the center, the core of the body. Just soften your knees a little, Fernanda. Yeah. And then widen the knees, a little inner knees to outer hips. Yeah. So don't widen your feet. Your knees. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Pressing more to the outer feet. Good. Lift your toes. Spread your toes. And then look down at your feet. Right? Look at your inner ankles. Take your inner ankles apart from each other, and at the same time, step your outer ankles in so your inner and outer ankles are equally long. And root from the outer ankle, go across the top of the foot to the big toe mound. Root the big toe mound down. More and more on the left, Fernanda. Root the big toe mound down. No, not the big toe, the big toe mound. Yeah, I know. So the outer ankle across the top of the foot to the big toe. Yes. As you lift this and spread the toes and find the lift in the inner and outer ankles equally long. Yeah, so those are your stirrups of your leg, and you tend to collapse into the inner ankles. Right? Yeah, and then the weight should go back towards your heels, right? And then maintain the weight back and maintain the lift of your arches as you slowly lower your toes down. Soften your knees a little. Yeah, and right thigh back more, inner groins back. Yeah, good. That's it. Now absorb the sides of the sacrum, even as you take the top thighs back, so you have firmness in your pelvis. So as you lift the inner legs up, lift the outer hips down to the outer feet. Lift the pubic as you descend the top buttocks to the bottom. Yeah, from the waist, from the arms. And then firm elbows in, take your arms overhead. Don't let your hips move forward. Stay in Tadasana. Yes, beautiful. Good. And then rooting down from your outer hips to your outer feet, lift the sides of the body up out of the hips to the armpits. Lift the armpits all the way up to the fingertips. Not to push your ribs forward, not to push your thighs forward. Look straight ahead and breathe. Good. Soften the inner edges of the shoulder blades down. Okay. Yeah, stay in Tadasana. Yeah, good. And maintain your breath. Don't stop breathing. Yes. Yes. Now you're in handstand though. It's not, we're not doing handstand today. Okay. I'm just saying. Good. And when you squeeze your elbows in, take your forearms apart so you walk with your elbows. Yes, lift your head up. Good. That's it. Good. Inner groins back. Tailbone forward. Top thigh back, right hip sacrum forward. Knees a little soft. Yeah. Good. Arms more back. Arms more back. And then arms more up and back. Yes. Yes. Arms more up and back. Yes. Good. And breathe. Inhale and then exhale over your arms. Very good. So now we're going to go into down dog with the ropes. Okay. So you can take the blanket, and if you don't have ropes at home or a setup to use a belt on a doorknob or something like that, then you can just take your heels to the wall to start. Okay. Otherwise, if you have a doorknob to hook the belt on, you can hook the belt on a doorknob and use that like a rope wall. right? But if you don't have that, just put your heels at the wall, okay? And then after some time, if you get tired, you can rest and turn around, and then you can put your hands at the wall, okay? So, Lena, do you know what we're doing? Heels at the wall, down dog, okay? Because you don't have a doorknob to keep that belt on, so you can just forget the belt. Okay, and those in the studio, I'm gonna take, so you have a hook in between, so you have a low belt. You just come inside that belt, put a blanket here, okay? And you can have the blocks for your hands if needed, the top goes right at the crease of the groin, right at the very top. Bring your hands down, walk your feet back, heels up the wall, and then reach your arms forward. So if you tight, definitely have blocks handy for stage 2, when you come up, stage 2 and 3, okay? But for down dog, you may not need them, okay? Jeez, leave that's it. You can use an atom, up to you. When you bring your hands more forward, it's a little short. Walk your hands forward, walk your hands more forward. Okay, now, that's better, yeah, good, so you have the wall to press into, yeah. Yeah, good. You okay there, Chris? Looks a little sway, but you're getting there, good, okay. Good. Yeah, so now bring your heels up the wall. And, we have walk your feet a little forward, so it's not quite that high of a heel.
Oh,
Okay, it's a halfway heel, go a little higher,
okay.
like midway between what you, yes, something like that, even a little higher. Try that, yeah. Now check to see that the outer edges of the feet are parallel, inner and outer edges. And let's take this now away, so you don't have the feeling not, centered. Bring your feet a little more forward, Fernanda, and look down, so let's get rid of your mat too, because you're trying to center to the mat, and you want to center, look at the hook between your feet. You want to center to the hook between, yeah. There you go. Now use your blocks. And take the blanket and everything up, so it's right at the crease of your groin, not at the top of your thigh. Yeah. So I'm going to be a teeny bit down. Yeah, yes, outer ankles across the bottom, feet to big toes. Yes, wide your arms and hands just below, yeah. Good. Good, how's that, Nina? Good, it's good. So just like we were doing before in Tadasana, right? So you want your inner and outer ankles equally long. So if you can't see your ankles, pull your hands up a little, right? So you want the inner ankles going back equal to the outer ankles, and then you lift the head, the shin going up off the top of the foot. Lift the kneecaps up, lift the legs up, right? Yes, front legs up. That's it. Good. And the ropes are doing a lot of work for you, pulling the thighs back, right? But eventually you have to learn how to do that yourself. With 3 legs. Walk your heels a little bit more down the wall, Amanda. Yes, good. And then release your head, just drop your head. Drop your head completely, yeah. Head is just, yes. I'm gonna say, let's do this. How's that for you? Good. And roll here, just like you were doing before. Yes, maintain. Yes, strong arms. So your muscles should be firm with your bone. Yes. There you go. Good. Okay. And observe your feet, right? Inner ankles, outer ankles, equally long. And then you can roll your inner ankles and heels back more. Yes. And lift up. Keep the heels rooted and lift the head, the shin bones up, lift the kneecaps up. Inner groins back, outer hips back. Good. Okay. And let the abdomen, each time you exhale, let the abdomen release towards the back of the spine and spread on the back of the body. Good. Now, you're going to walk your feet forward and walk your hand back and come to Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Keep using them for growth, okay? So, I'll need a block. And so you might not need them for the full Uttanasana, but you'll need them for when you start to come up, okay? If you keep the tension of the rope, lean into the rope, as you release your torso, pull the blocks back, Amanda. Pull the blocks back to your feet. Walk your feet way forward. Standing forward bend. More forward with your feet, walk the blocks back. Yes, so you stand on your legs, but the rope pulls you back. And so that's what you have to learn how to do with your legs, right? Release your torso all the way down. Yeah, walk your feet more forward, Emily. Yeah. Yeah. Good, so you can bend your knees a little bit, Fernanda, and now release your torso all the way down, all the way. Yes, yeah. And as you exhale, keep taking your knees more forward, like bend your knees and wide. Yes, like that. And then take, as you exhale, release the abdomen here. Yes, okay, not to turn your feet like that, keep your feet parallel, yep, that's it, good. And then start to straighten your leg, walk your hands more back, walk your feet. You're standing double head, yes. Yes, and then slowly put your heels down and lift your, yes, heels out. Feet parallel, yeah, roll to the inner edge of your feet, yes, maintain that. Even as you lift your knees up to the outer edge, roll here, yes. Slide it down, yes. Straight legs and fully roll it. Release the hamstrings up as you move down here. And the feet move closer, your knees a little further, feet closer together. Walk your feet. Yes. Knees wider. Yes. Yeah, your thighs. Yes. Okay. Good. Now you're going to come to concave and come up. So you bring the blocks under your hands as needed. If you don't need blocks, that's fine, right? But it's good to have the blocks if you need them. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Head up. Fernanda, go as high as you can with the blocks. Chin forward, Mia. Really far forward. Chin up like you did, and forward. Yes, lean into the ropes, yes. Yes, go a little higher, Suman. Fernanda, take the blocks right under your shoulders, directly under your shoulders, getting ready to come up. Turn the blocks the other way and be on your fingertips. No, keep them upright, just turn, yeah, be on your fingertips. Yes, lift up, come on, lift up, chin forward, chest forward, look forward, pull the chin forward, yes, there you go. Good, that's it. Don't come up yet, just be there. This is called concave back, extended back, Uttanasana. Flat back, yes, and then taking the chin helps move the spine in. So the ropes are pulling your legs back. Now extend your arms forward, halfway. Good, yes, stay there a couple of breaths as you're able. Good, and if you're not able, just come up. But those of you in the ropes, you should be able, right? But you got the ropes out there. Yes, good. That's what's on. Good, you know, low. Oh. Yeah, halfway, yeah. Okay, good. Now inhale, use your arms, come all the way up, lift up, all the way up, good. Look straight ahead, don't look up. Good. Keep the arms up and back, a little back. And then walk back slowly, so you're not leaning into the ropes. Walk back, Fernanda. Yes, don't lean into the ropes now. Get away from the ropes with your hips. Yes, there you go. That's it. Good, straight elbows, grip your arms, lift. Now find the inner edge of the shoulder blades and just soften them down and broaden the top edge of the shoulder blades. Bring your arms closer to each other. Yeah, look straight ahead, ribs back, over the hips. Yes, that's it. Good, thumbs up. Yes, good. Exhale, lower your arms, soft shoulders down. Very good. Okay. So, I'm glad I was going to get sun salutation, so let's forget that again. Because we're already at it's like a sunset. So take your yoga mat and put the skinny edge to the wall. So you can have two books in between. And then you're going to put your block at the wall, one block at the wall. And one block. Okay. Flat like this. Flat like this. Flat like this at the wall. Long edge to the wall. And you're gonna put your back foot on the wall. We're gonna teach it Trikonasana, extended triangle. Okay. So. If you put your left leg to the wall, you can right leg out completely now, right? So go the other just make it easier on those new people, okay? So what you're gonna do is stand in Prasarita Padottanasana so that your right foot is to the block and maybe 3-4 inches from the block at the wall. Oh no, actually, sorry, I'm thinking of Paragita. Go ahead and put the outside edge of the foot all the way to the block at the wall. Yes. Now put your other block down behind your right leg. Left, Left leg, thank you. Now I'm mirroring and doing the opposite side first, it's like, oh no, okay, now find that block at the wall with your outside edge, press down. And then lift the inner ankle up, and so you're not collapsing the inner ankle of your right foot. So you feel the arch of your right foot, the one that's at the block, the wall. Lift that inner ankle and press that outer foot to the block. Yes, good. Now, bend and turn your whole left leg out. Okay, and you're gonna line up heel to heel or heel to instep with your back foot. So when you turn, look here. You have to really turn the whole head of the femur, which means your right hip will come a little bit with. Don't let it go all the way, okay? But let it come a little bit so that you can really externally rotate. Put your hand in the crease of your left groin and make sure that your whole crease is facing, yes, and then resist a little that other hip back, Simone, the right hip back. Yeah, so it's Uchita, extended Trikonasana, not Paragita. So this has, it resists back a little. So that's why I said, don't let it come all the way, okay? So you're churning, okay, here. So the top of the thigh, the knee, the shin, the front of the ankle, the toe, all faces this way, okay? So now find the outer head of your femur bone, and it's like right at your outer hip crease, and you turn that down and curl it under towards this wall here. You're gonna be going to the side, look to this way. Yeah, look here for a minute. This is your thigh bone, femur, look here. Curl that sitting bone under and move it that way. Yes! Okay, so you're firming your outer hip, right? Now press strongly at the same time to the inside edge of that left foot. Yeah, good. Now lift your left hip up off your thigh and roll your right thigh back even as you roll your left hip into external rotation, okay? Press your right thigh back, yes. And keep pressing into the inside edge of that left foot as you stick this hip under, you have to resist the other hip back. So you don't want your hips coming forward, you want them still over your heels, okay? Now lift and turn your rib cage. You can take your right hand to the wall, extend your left arm, okay? Look to your left. Take a breath now as you exhale, reach out to the left and move your hips towards the wall as you extend your torso away from the wall. Bring your left hand on the block, bring your right hand on your hip, okay? Yeah. Good. Now, curl the head of that left femur bone under again, right? And press it forward. And then as you do that, touch the top of your right hip, and then roll that front rim of the pelvis away from the left leg. Okay, can you feel that? Yeah, so that's turning your hips and lower waist. Now, move your sitting bones towards your back heel and push that back heel into the block. Okay, push into the inner front foot, outer back foot, and extend both sides of your torso evenly into the middle of the room. Now, find your left ribs and roll them down towards the ground and towards the front of your body to turn more. And then take your top arm up. Okay. Yep, good. Curl your left sitting bone under, roll the right hip away from the left thigh as you turn and roll your left ribs down. Right? Yes, and then tuck your chin. You can turn your gaze up if you like, but looking straight ahead is fine too. Now root strongly into your outer back foot, also your inner front foot. Use your top arm and inhale to come up. Okay? And then exhale, hands to hips. Bend and turn. And then step your legs together. In the middle of your mat, come to Samasthiti, feet and legs together. Okay, inner groins back, tailbone forward. Top thighs back as you draw the side of the sacrum in deeply. Firm your outer legs in as much as you can, Nina. Outer shins in, outer calves in, inner knees a little forward. Try to close the gap between your legs. Squeeze the outer legs in. Okay. Now you'll turn around and do the other side. Okay, so I'll pardon my back on Zoom. So take the block up to its high height and then step your left leg a couple of inches from the block. Oh no, all the way, sorry, other end of the foot all the way to the block. Right? So your feet are parallel. Okay, and just check out that left foot. Lift the inner ankle so that you're not collapsing and press strongly the outside edge of the whole foot into that block. Okay, can you feel that difference when you do that? Bend your right knee and turn your right hip all the way out. So you can allow your left hip to roll in a little, right? Now look at your right crease. Go ahead and touch it. Look here. So you gotta turn more. You gotta turn more. More. That much. I know. and then resist this leg back, yes, okay? So that the crease of the groin, the thigh, the knee, the shin, the foot and ankle, they all face this way, right? Now find that outer head of your right femur bone and you curl it under, right? And even as you do that, find your left thigh, put your left hand on your left thigh and roll that left thigh back. And also the front rim of the pelvis rolls back, right? Even as you curl that right sitting bone under. So you're opening the front of the groin, yeah? Press strongly into the inner front foot and the outer back foot. Don't hyperextend the front knee only. Yeah, lift the knee a little, yeah. That's it. Lift the right arm off the thigh, extend your arms. Bring your left hand to the wall, extend your right arm to the middle of the room. Okay, take a breath, and then as you exhale, reach out to the right, and then bring right hand down, left hand to the hip. Okay, so the hand comes straight down from the shoulder, it's about midway between the ankle and the knee. So now, find the outer head of your right femur bone and curl it under, just like you did before, as you press into the inside edge of the foot. And now take your left hand to the top of your left hip, find the inner rim of the pelvis, and roll that left hip open and back, even as you curl that right sitting bone under, right? And press strongly into the outside edge of the foot at the block. Okay, and then find your, move both your sitting bones towards the wall as you extend both sides of the torso evenly away from that toward the middle of the room. Now find your right hips and roll them down and around to the front so you turn your rib cage more open towards the ceiling. And then extend your top arm up. Yeah, good. And teach the Trikonasana, extend the triangle. So again, curl the right sitting bone under, roll the top rim of the left pelvis open. Use that to help you turn the rib cage more. And then if you like, you can look up at your hand for a brief moment, take a breath, look straight ahead, okay? Press strongly into the inner front foot, outer back foot, extend the arms from the center of chest and upper back, and then inhale to come up out of the pose. Good, bend and turn. Step together. Okay, and when you're in Samasthiti, it's the same, it's Tadasana, right? And if you have hyperextend your knees, you have to stop on your knees, inner groins back, inner groins back. Yeah. Killing toe. Okay, good, soft knees, inner groins back, yes. Good, feet all the way together, yes? Okay, feet all the way together.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Samasthiti, yes. That's it. Good, squeeze the outer shins in, outer hips and thighs in, even as you take the inner legs to the bones. Yeah, try to mind the gap, Nina, as you're able, squeeze the legs together, squeeze feet together, but squeeze the outer calves and shins in, squeeze the legs. Yeah, at the lower leg, bend your knees a little and squeeze the calves, yes. And then work towards straightening your legs, squeezing not so much the knees together, but the outer calf and shin. Roll the calves towards each other at the back. Okay, and lift the inner knees up to the outer hips. Squeeze. Okay. Okay, good. So now, turn around. The other side again. Repeating. Okay. Outside edge of the right edge of the wall. Take the block. Bring your legs apart. Answer your hips. Okay. Press your inner thighs to your bones. Don't lock your knees here either. Inner groins back. Also. So here's locking and here's not locking, and this is bending. So it's just like a micro bend, tedious bend, okay? And not to push the front thighs and everything forward. Keep the thighs and groins back, right? Tailbone forward, sides of the sacrum absorb as the top thighs go back. Yes. Now bend and turn your left leg out. Okay, heel to heel or heel to instep. Make sure you're really externally rotating. The top leg press into the inner edge of the front foot, outer edge of the back foot, lifting that inner ankle so that you don't collapse, right? Lift that right inner ankle and press into the outer edge of that block. Lift it, yeah, lift and maintain. Yeah, so there's an arch in the foot. I know, lift your toes. Both feet. Lift the toes of both feet. Lift the toes, not the ball of the foot, just the toes. Yes, now lift your inner ankle on the back foot, yeah, and roll, press more the outer edge of the foot down. Back, yes. Like that. Good. Lower the toes. Okay. Keep pressing into the inner edge, outer edge. Okay. Curl the left femur bone under. Roll that outer rim of the right pelvis back. Extend your arms. Firm hips. Turn and look to your left. Take a breath. And as you exhale, reaching out to the left, move the sitting bones to the rope wall. and then bring your hand down. Okay, on the block. Bring your other hand to your hip. Curl again, your left head of the femur and sitting bone under, press that forward. Now touch the outer rim of your right pelvis and roll that open away from the inner left thigh. Lift and turn. Move your sitting bones again toward the wall and extend both sides of the torso evenly away from the wall. And now find your left ribs and roll the back ribs around and down to the front and roll the chest open towards the ceiling. And then take your top arm up. Press strongly into your inner front foot, outer back foot, and sitting bones toward the wall, both sides of the torso evenly away from the wall. Now, take your head a little back as you move your hips forward and roll that top hip open away from the bottom leg. Yes, press strongly into both feet, use your arms and inhale to come up. Good, bend and turn, step together, Namaste. Firm legs, firm arms, firm torso. Feet and legs all the way together. Squeeze the legs, yes. Yeah, squeeze the outer shins and calves, not so much the inner legs, Lena. Find the backs of your calves and roll them towards each other at the back and squeeze that way. Okay, turn around to the other side. So the outside edge of the left foot to the wall, move block behind your right foot, come with your legs wide apart. Press into the outside edges of both feet, lift your inner ankles, lift your inner legs up to the perineum, root your outer hips to your outer feet down. Down to your hips. So really press the outside edge of your left foot into the block and lift your arches. Here, everybody, lift your toes and spread. Yeah, outer ankles to the big toe mounds. Keep the inner ankles lifting and apart from each other even as you hug the outer ankles in. Right, so that's where you're stabilizing. That ankle joint is so important for stabilizing when you stand. Right, lower your toes, maintain the lift of the arches. Bend and turn your right leg out, heel to heel or heel to instep. Make sure you're really externally rotating that front leg. Okay, press into the inside edge of the foot, lift the kneecap, engage the quadricep. Curl the head of the right femur bone under, press it forward, and then take your left hand to your left hip and find the inner rim of the left pelvis and roll it back. Right, but maintain the right leg turning out. Yes, as you do that, and pull your waist in. Don't push your belly forward. Press your head of the left thigh back. Yes, press into the inner front foot, outer back foot, extend your arms. Touch the wall, look to the right. Take a breath now as you exhale, your sitting bones move towards the wall, and your top hip can roll down a little bit as you go. That's fine. Reach with your right arm, take the hand to the block, take the left hand to the hip. Okay? Left hand to the hip. Now again, find the outer head of your right femur and curl it under and sitting bone and move that forward, even as you press into the inside edge of the foot. Now press into the outside edge of your back foot, and then touching that top of your hip with your left hand. Roll that side of the pelvis open, away from the extended right leg. Open the hips. Now find your right rib and roll them down and around and towards the front. Move your sitting bones towards the rope wall. Move your whole torso away from your hips. Keep turning the rib cage and then take your top arm up. Right, so keep curling the right sitting bone and head of the femur under as you roll the left hip open and roll the right ribs around. Draw the head back a little. And open the chest and upper back. And open the legs. Take a breath. Stabilizing your feet. Inner front foot, outer back foot. Use your top arm. Use both arms. Inhale to come up. Bend. And turn your feet. And step your legs together. Firm knees, firm elbows. Firm hands and feet. And inner groins back. Move your buttocks back a little. Yeah, so it's a tilt of your pelvis. Yes, and soften your knee. Yes, just a little. There you go. Pull your arms a little more back. Good. Lift the base of the skull off the back of the neck and you tuck the chin slightly down. There you go. Good. Okay, so now we're going to do Parivrtta Trikonasana, revolved triangle. So take your block up to the height. Put it to the front actually. Okay, and then again, you'll stand with your feet parallel. And now your right foot is 3 to 4 inches from the block, okay? So watch here for a second. So I'm gonna show you. Look here, look at me. See how my foot is 3 to 4 inches from the block? So watch what I'm gonna do with my foot. I'm moved here so you can see. I'm gonna lift the heel and put it here, right? Yes. because we have to turn that back foot in deeply, okay? So come with your feet parallel, about 3 to 4 inches from the block, and then you're gonna lift your back heel and put it to the block. Can you see that, in the Zoom? Yeah. You see it, Lena? Okay. All right, so stand with your feet, like 3 to 4 feet apart for Parivrtta Trikonasana, and have some space for that back foot. Now, how do you turn the foot, right? You lift the heel, lift the right heel, and turn the heel towards the block, okay? Then bend your left knee and turn your left leg all the way out, okay? Now, you can adjust that back foot a little as you need to. You can really turn it in. And then here you're gonna be heel to heel, not heel to knee step, okay? Turn your back foot in more. And come a little less wide front to back. Yeah, there you go. Now lift your back foot up a little and turn your back foot in more. Look at me, turn your back foot in, back foot, in. Yeah, lift up your foot and move it. Yes. Yes, now turn it in more. See, turn the toes, yes. So now look at me, turn your hips. Yes, it's a revolving position. Turn your back foot in more some more. Turn your, yes. Turn the foot in more. Turn the toes more in. Yes, that much, that much. Yes. See, now you can turn your hips, toes, okay? You too can turn your back foot in a little more, Emily. Okay, yeah. Turn the hips around. That's it. Inner front foot, outer back foot. So now you can feel the heel of the block, right? And don't collapse to the inner foot. Roll to the outer foot, even as you bring your right buttock around. Back of the right thigh around. Find your outer left knee brought up to your outer left hip. Don't go over, yeah? And then widen your inner thighs apart from each other. Yeah, turn your outer hips in. Good, turn your torso. Inhale, take your right arm up. Exhale, you're gonna do a forward bend. Take your right hand on the block on the inside of your foot. Good. Now keep your left hand on your left hip. Or actually you can take it to your knee. Take it to your knee, left hand to your left knee, and then draw a line from your outer knee up to your outer hip. And pull the outer hip back. Hook your left thumb into the outer hip and pull the outer left hip back. And observe how your right hip wants to travel with it. Now find that front of the pelvis like we were doing before and roll it up and back and press your right leg back any amount into that block. Press your hip back even as you extend the torso forward. Yes. Take your left hand to your hip and then roll your right ribs down and around into a twist. Yes. And notice how that right hip wants to dip down. Roll that hip up away from so the inside edge of that hip, roll it up and move your sitting bones back as you extend your torso. And then roll your hips down and around. Yes, in there and breathe. Good. Press into the inner front foot, outer back foot. Yes. Go a little left side, front to back. Fernanda, bend your front knee and stretch your toes back a little if you can. Yeah, a bit more. There you go. Try that. Good. That's it. Now you can take your top arm up and take it back. Good. Bring that front knee a little. Yeah. Straighten it. Push the hip back. Push the hip back. Yeah. So outer right knee to outer right hip. Sorry, left knee to left hip. Press this hip back. Roll this hip up. Yes. And then move that shoulder this way. Yes. Good. That's it. Good. Roll this thigh up. Yes. Even as you extend the torso forward and turn. Yes. Now this. Yeah. Yes. Press this side. Yes. Inner front foot, outer back foot. Yeah. Turn your ribs. Not the ribs and hips go opposite. Yes. Good. Unwind. Use your bottom arm and inhale to come up. So your bottom arm can take you up. Okay? Turn your feet, step your legs together. So I don't know if you're getting that idea of taking the hip and then pushing the leg back. So you keep the hip stable, extend and turn from your wrist. Okay, so you're stabilizing your hips and pelvis as you turn from your rib cage and chest. Okay, do that on the other side. Fun, fun, fun. Okay. So take the block in front, okay, and then stand outside of your left foot. A few inches from the block, a little bit wider, maybe further from the block, will give you more ability to turn your foot, right, deeper in. Yes, don't turn that, okay. Stand with the outside edge of the feet parallel. Lift your toes, lift your arches, inner ankles apart from each other, outer ankles in. Lift the inner ankles up through the inner knees to the perineum. Lift the perineum up the front body to the front of the throat. Now find your buttocks, spread your buttocks, and move from the outer hips down to the outer feet. Right? Maintain the lift of the arches, lift of the kneecaps, and lower your toes. Inner groins back. Yes. Yes, maintaining the little tailbone forward, top thighs back, sides of the sacrum absorb. Yes, you have firm hips. Hands to your hips. Now bend and turn. So your back heel, left heel goes to the block, left toes turn in. Bend and turn the right leg all the way out. And then your heel to heel. Check your foot position. Okay. So even as you roll to the outside edge of the back foot, you need to turn your back foot in more. Yeah. Turn your back foot in more. Yeah, turn your heel out more. Yes, get to the block though. Scrunch back to the block. The back foot at the block. Yes, that's it. So even as you roll to the outside edge of the back foot, you bring the left buttock around. You bring the back and the left thigh around, right? So it's kind of like turning your upper arm into external and forearm, right? So but it doesn't have much movement, right? So find that sweet spot here. And then outer right knee to outer right hip. Okay, so your hip square to the front. Yeah, press into your inner front foot, outer back foot, and don't collapse into your inner back foot. Yes, even as you bring that hip around. Yes, and draw the right hip back. Press that big toe mound down on the right foot. Yeah, and softly bend the knee, just the teeniest bit so you can press forward and back like a scissor. Yeah. Now you inhale, raise your left arm up, and then as you exhale, keep drawing that right knee back to the right hip and roll the left buttock around without collapsing, right? And take the left hand onto the block. So here, draw that line again from the outer right knee to the outer right hip. Hook the thumb into the right hip and pull it back. Even as you extend the torso forward, and then as you start to turn, your left hip is going to want to roll down, right? So as you start to turn it and roll down, so go ahead and turn, right? And keep your right hand to your hip and observe your left hip collapsing. So roll the front rim of your pelvis of your left hip back and up, and then pull your hips back any amount towards the wall as you extend the torso forward again and then turn. So now your left ribs roll down and around to the front and the hips back to the wall and the torso forward. Yes, excellent. Then you can take the top arm up. Yeah, but maintain the hips back and the torso forward and not to collapse the back thigh. Press strongly into that outer back foot and roll that thigh. Even as you draw the left hip back. Yeah. And move that shoulder blade onto that. Good. Beautiful. Everybody's better on this side. Good. Now to come up, you look down, right? And then you can take your top hand to your hip and use your bottom arm and inhale, lift it up and swing around. Yes. Good. And then bring your feet together to Masakandi. Okay. Getting somewhere. Soft knees and groins back, someone. That's your mantra. Yeah. Good. Yes.
So the back hip
Yeah.
is going to do a little bit.
Ideally, no. Ideally, you keep trying to correct that. Keep trying to correct, just like Parsvottanasana. You don't dip. Ideally, in Parsvottanasana, right? You stay neutral.
Right.
So ideally, I mean, you will, right, until you have enough flexibility in your ribs to turn the top out of your hip. Yeah. Okay. So that's the stability part. You're trying to maintain that stability as you extend and turn from your rib cage, chest, not from your hips. Okay. So now we're going to sit on a block. So you can leave that block at the wall there, and then have a block like this and sit on the block. Okay. And then we're going to do Marichi Asana 3. So your right leg is going to bend like Marichi Asana. And your left leg down asana. And then see, I'm too close to the wall. So then we move it away. So we're going to use the wall to test. To put your right hand on the wall. And it should be a little bit bent. That's too close. Maybe a little too close. A little further. Okay, so it should be a comfortable place where you can pull down. Because you want your shoulder blade to come down and press into the wall. So your elbow will come down and around and your shoulder blade comes down and you can turn. Okay, so that's the distance you want. Okay, so you can adjust. You don't have to stay glued there for the rest of your life. Okay, so now sit in Dandasana for a moment. Legs firm, torso upright. Okay, yes. Now you're going to take hold 2 hands under your right knee and spread those knee tendons. Pull the heel back as much as you can, so the knee comes over the toes. So that's Virabhadrasana. Yes, the knee comes forward over the toes. Yeah, widen your foot towards your outer hip, not to your inner thigh, towards your outer, more one. Yeah, heel back. Yeah, sit up straight. That's it. Good. So now you twist. And then lift, so you can use your right hand on your right thigh and lift. Inhale, lift your left arm up. Yes, and turn, and then bend your elbow and hook your elbow. That's it. Okay, so now just start with the tip of the elbow, that's fine. And then lift your torso up. Now here's your, look here, look at me. Here's your left ribs, right? You're gonna bring your left ribs around towards the front as you bring your right ribs in towards your spine. Bring your right hand on the wall. Right hand on the wall, Katie. Yeah, that's it. Good. So then once you get the hand on the wall, you can dig your left elbow down a little bit more if you like. And then lift up straight again. Now you push your left elbow into your knee, but look here. Don't let your knee come out of alignment. Push your knee into your elbow. Lift your torso. And then you push into that arm on the back wall. You bring the elbow down, shoulder blade down, and turn. Turn towards your right. Yeah, roll your left leg in. Yeah, see if you can get your left arm a little more down, Katie, and around. Get your, yeah, more down, but more towards your knee. More forward. Yes, that way. Yes, yes, yes. That's it. Good. And then you keep that and you lift up. Yes. And roll your right shoulder down your back and turn. Yes. Turn towards the wall. Yes. Draw your head back, Katie. Draw your ears back, straight back. So look to the rope wall. Sorry, you look to the props. Look to the props. Look to the props. Draw your ears straight back. More. Tuck your chin, lift the base of the skull up. Yeah. And then don't tuck your chin down, but straight back. Yeah. Okay. Look at everybody. Look, and also Fernanda, look here, you're doing this, right? Okay, so you want to take your chin, ears over your shoulders, not this, straight back, ears over the shoulders when you turn. Okay, yes, Fernanda, better, keep doing it though. Yeah, more. And observe how that lifts your chest. Now roll your right shoulder back. Yes. Good, okay, release. Okay. Now we're going to do Utthita Trikonasana, Parivrtta Trikonasana again on the same side. Okay, so block in front. Did we do Parivrtta twice? No. Or once? Once. But on each side? Yes. Oh, okay, so never mind. Let's just stay here then. I forgot I was going to do that at the same time, but then I forgot that that's what I did. Okay. So, yeah, because it's easier than you don't have to keep readjusting your distance from the wall. Okay, so here's the wall. All right, so sit in Dandasana. Then you can bend your left leg. Yes. Yeah. Good. Hold that leg, so nice and straight. Yes. Good. Okay. So then you're going to turn towards your left leg a little bit, and then inhale, raise your right arm up. Top arm, right arm up. That's your way. Yeah. Inhale. Turn again towards your left leg. Exhale, bend your elbow. Now look here, you can use your left hand, push this knee in a little, and get your elbow more down. Okay, and turn your palm towards your face. Now watch me, look at here. But then you have to lift up. Yeah, you lift up right. Yes. Maintain that Dandasana leg. And then you bring your left knee back. Yes, good. Draw that left shoulder blade down the back, press into the wall, pull the wall down, and turn. And as you do this, push your right elbow into the knee into the elbow, so you don't push you up. Push your knee more into your elbow. Fernanda, push your knee into your, keep holding. No, you were good. Keep holding. Do that. Now, see how you got your knee this way? Look at me. You have to push your knee also into your elbow, even as you push. So this stays here, it doesn't go there. Once you're in, okay? Left arm behind you. Yes, take a breath. Good, beautiful Emily. Yes, Mia, good. Yes, excellent. Turn more. Come on, Fernanda, turn. Bring your right ribs around to the front. Bring your left ribs into your spine. Turn your rib cage more. Turn your shoulders more. Yeah. Undo. Okay, good. Now we'll come up and we'll repeat Parivrtta Trikonasana and see if there's a change. Okay? Yes. Straight legs in Dandasana. Then you step up. Bring your block right hand side. Your mat in front, and then you turn your right foot to the block or to so from the block of the wall. Okay? Hands to hips. Firm your legs. and ankles and feet. Observe your hips. Go a little wider, Simone, maybe? Yeah. Go a little wider, Fernando? Okay. Yeah. Then you're gonna bend and turn your right leg and foot in, so your heel basically touches that block. Then bend and turn left leg out and adjust, look to see that your heel can heel. And maybe you're too wide front to back or too narrow, so you make your adjustment here. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Walk your left foot a little towards Simone. Yeah, I think you just need a little bit wider. And then you draw the outer left knee to the outer left hip as you roll the right buttock around. Now lift that inner right foot. Yes, and press into the outer foot, even as you bring the right buttock around. Press into the inner front foot, outer back foot. Turn your hips. Turn your hip. You need to turn your back foot in more, Katie. Turn your back foot in more. Yes, try that. Okay? Yeah. Bring your right buttock around, back of the right thigh around. Press your left big toe down. Press your big toe down. Katie, press your toe down. Yeah. Okay. Press your inner front foot, outer back foot. Now, find your left knee. Draw it back to your outer left hip. As you bring your right buttock around. Now, you're going to inhale, raise your right arm up, okay? Inner front foot, outer back foot, firmly like a scissor. Exhale, pull your hips back towards the rope wall by pressing into your inner front foot, outer back foot. As you extend your torso forward, yeah. Keep pulling your outer left knee back to your outer left hip without dipping too much your right hip down. Bring your hand on the block. You can lower the block, you can bring it on the ground, that's fine. Now, pull, you can use your hand, outer left knee back to outer left hip, hook the thumb, and you don't just pull the hip back, but pull both hips back, right? When you hook that thumb, pull both hips back. And then not to let the front of your right of your pelvis drop, right? Roll it open and press that right leg back even as you extend the torso. And then start to turn in your rib cage. Keep your hand on your hips. Turn your ribs. Roll your right ribs down and around, roll your left ribs up, and then reset that right rib of the pelvis. Roll it up, press it back, extend and turn again, pull the left hip back as you extend the torso and turn, then you take the top arm up. If anyone wants to go across the leg, you can do that. Yes. Good, and firm your hips. Yes. Good. And keep pressing into the outside edge of that back foot. And draw the right hip back, even as you lift that left hip up. Don't let it collapse. Yeah, and take your shoulders closer to the foot. Go closer to the block. Closer to the foot. Yes. And bring this way. Go across the leg. Yeah. Across the leg. Yeah. Lift here. Yeah. Good. Okay. Now, bring your hand to your hip, left hand to your hip, and turn down, and then use your right arm to come up. Pull your right arm up and down. Yes, and step your legs together. It's a nice technique. Was it better? First of all, the second time around. But second of all, you got some twist in your upper body, and you could translate it here, correct? Other side. Okay, so turn. So now your left foot 4 inches from the block. You can put the other block in front of your leg. Okay, feet parallel, firm your leg, hands to your waist. Then you're gonna bend and turn your back foot in, so your heel goes to the wall, take your left foot. Then you turn your right leg out, heel to heel, okay? Not heel to instep, you can go a little wider if you need to. And then you roll the left leg around, the back of the left leg around, even as you roll your back ankle up and this is the outside edge of the back foot. Right, outer right knee to outer right hip. Lift the hips up right. Yes. Very good. And slightly bend your front knee so you can really press into the inner front foot, outer back foot. Don't collapse into the inner back foot. Lift the inner back foot, Mia. Inner back foot up. Yes, more. Keep going. And then as you do that, look here. Outer right knee to outer right hip. Bring the left foot. Yes. And keep pressing into the outer back foot, inner front foot. And then inhale. Take your left arm up. And find length in both sides of your torso. Now, as you exhale, you move your hips back, especially outer right knee to outer right hip. And extend the torso forward, inner front foot, outer back, extend, then bring your left hand down. And again, outer right knee to outer right hip, you can hook that finger and pull back or pull both hips back, right? And then extend the torso, and then start to turn the rib cage. Roll the left ribs around, roll the right ribs into the spine, reset that outer, the front rim of the left pelvis, roll it up and back, hips back, torso forward, turn again. Extend, torso forward, hips back, check the pelvis, then you can take the top arm up. Yes, good. Right hip to left hip, yeah, good. And then, so even as you pull the right hip back, you have to lift the left hip and thigh also up and back. Yeah, now send it towards the touch your chin. There you go. All those ribs are now. Ribs, this way. Yes, yes. Good. Bring these ribs towards Emily. Yes. There you go. More like that. Yes. Like that. Okay. Good. We'll get flat. Lift this up. This is the rim of the pelvis. Yes. Yeah, I know. Bring your left shoulder towards the bottom. Not the hip though. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that side's tighter. Okay, untwist. Easy the bottom arm to come up. Step the feet together. So this teaches you something, right? It's not like, oh, shame on me. It's more like, interesting. How do I get that thing open? What's going on there? Yeah? This therapy for your pelvis. So yeah, I have this wild guy in my feet it would fit in probably to Parker and all those guys too, but I think not. So instead, I'd be happy to know. Let us turn this direction. You can take the blocks in front if needed. Bring your heels to the back edge of your mat. Keep parallel with the Prasarita wide legged forward bend. Upper edge of the feet parallel, hands to the hips. Although it might be kind of fun to do partial Uttanasana. We'll do this. We've already been here. Okay. So lift your chest, roll the shoulders back, take the inner shoulder blades down. Now lift your inner ankles up and press into your outer edges of your feet. Look that the outer edges of the feet are parallel. Then take the outer ankles across the top of the foot to the big toe mound. Soften the inner knees a little. And then inner knees up to the outer hips. Tailbone forward as you keep the inner groins back. Don't push your hips forward. Top thighs back as you absorb the side of the here. Yeah, and then, yes. Soften your knees just a little, so don't push your pelvis forward. Yes, yes, there you go. That's it. Good, okay? And then lift your chest, roll your shoulders back, take an inhale, head up. And then exhale, coming down. The hips go back, but the torso goes forward. And when you take the hips back, not beyond your heels. Try to keep your outer hips over your outer knees, over your outer ankles. Bring your fingertips on the ground. You can use blocks as needed and be here for a few breaths and extend it, concave back. Okay? So your groins roll back, but so do the outer hips. It's good. You can go to my inner knees a little forward as needed. No, sit concave, chest. Yes, this one. Yes. So this means this is extended. Yes, extended. Yes, that's it. Good. Both fingertips. There you go. Shoulder blades down the back. Good. Chest forward, chin forward, legs firm. You could be here for the rest of your life to be happy. Yes. Now root the outer feet down, outer heels, and lift the inner ankles up. Yes. Yes. Be strong on your legs. Soften your knees just the teeniest bit. Yes. Good. Okay. Head up, Mia. Head up. Head up. Chest forward. Yes. Now exhale, coming down. Now exhale, coming down. So those of you, Katie, whose hips roll up too much, you need to, like me, instead of this, you need to keep your hips more down to be more neutral here. Okay, in concave. Yes, much better. Okay, always, even when you go into the full pose. Okay, that's where you'll see it in certain people. You get more in here. Maybe a little bit annually. I didn't notice it, but yeah. And you can go a little less wide with your legs. Yeah. Yeah, no, yes, that's right. Roll your sitting bones down, Emily. So, no, yeah, I know. Okay. Okay. Good. Yeah. So, Suman, you're gonna lean back just a little bit. Too much forward. Yes. Lock your hands a little more back. Widen your hands just a little more. Yeah. Turn your elbows in. Yeah. Push the floor down and forward as you bend the elbows back. Take the top of the head down, not the forehead. Good. Palm flat, man. Turn your fingers the other way, forward. Look at here. You just like chaturanga. Yes. Go wider in your legs. Stay here. Inner elbow forward, just like chaturanga. Elbow over wrist, just like chaturanga. Push down and forward. Shoulders up. Head down. No, keep the elbows bent. elbows bent. Eventually you want your upper arm parallel to the ground. Yes. Yes. Good. Straighten up your legs a little without pushing your knees back, right? So inner knees up to out. Yes, inner knees to outer hips. Yes, a little bit. Yes. Yes. Good. Now take this. Lift your hand. Don't worry if the head doesn't touch. It doesn't matter. There. Yes. 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 Yeah. Good. Strong legs, strong arms, extended torso. Then soften the effort, maintaining alignment and breathing. Good. Good. And in this position, roll the sitting bones down a little, just a little. Just like, nobody would even notice. It's energetic. Don't worry if you don't touch, doesn't matter. Good. Elbows in. Push down and float. Yes. Good. There. Breathe. Good. And you guys will take this. Yeah. Good. Yes. Don't dig into it. Reach your torso down, lift your shoulders up. Yes. Yes. Good. Okay, and then inhale up halfway. Your back. Good. Lena was in it that whole time. I'd love to use Lena as an example, as you may have noted. And then come to your fingertips. Firm your waist. You can toggle your feet in a little bit, just enough so you can use your legs. Press into your outer feet, lift your inner feet, lift your kneecaps, hands to hips, lift your pubic, pretend your buttocks and come up. Okay, how to do straight legs. So if you need to go a little narrower with your feet, you can do that. You find that right distance so that your legs are not hyperextended, right? They're not bent, right? And then when you come up, you lift your pelvis up. Okay, good. Step your legs together, so not stiff knees. Yeah. So find your outer calves, Lena, at the back of your leg. Here. And then you roll them in towards each other. So they go that way. Yes, and you need to do that. You need to over your knees up to outer hips. Yeah. Good. And then squeeze your inner thighs together. Press your inner thighs to the bone, even as you squeeze your outer calves in. Yes. So it's kind of like a little reshaping. And then don't overdo. You can do that also, Mia. Outer calves in towards each other. Back to the calves. Yes. Exactly. You feel that? Yes. Because before your knees are doing openings, right? Yeah. Okay, good. Shirshasana, headstand. Okay, those who don't want to headstand, you need to block at the wall or your forward legs and work on coming in. Okay. You can do headstand as well. You can do rope Shirshasana. If you want to do the ropes, that's fine. Or headstand in the middle of the room. If someone isn't doing headstand for some reason, then you can do Supta Virasana. Okay. And if that doesn't work for you, you can come up with another option that won't work for you. So you can do whatever works for you. All right, so, and those of you who's doing that, who's not doing headstand, you need something else. You're gonna try headstand as well? Okay, fold your mat in half, so you have a little bit more softness. Yeah, and keep the clean edge of the mat. Yeah. You're gonna take your legs, don't get too close to the wall, okay? So that your knuckles are a little bit away from the wall. Turn it the other way. Oh, the clean edge is that edge. Yeah, that's a floppy edge. And also, make sure it's neat. Yes, like that. And you- You don't need to do that. You will close. Right. Yeah, close. Just you don't want your knuckles on. Yeah. So then when you take your interlace, extend the pinky side of your hand. Stay there, me. Yeah. So you're stay there. Okay. So here's you need to be balancing on your wrist. Yeah. So here's the pinky side of the hand extending, and you need to open the hands a little to receive the head here. So the top of the head goes down, and once it comes from here, webbing together, extend the pinky side. Yeah, so, and bend your thumbs, don't harden your hands, there's nothing happening too much in the hands, keep the fingers loosely crossed, okay? So then, when your head comes down, you're gonna roll the thumb pads in, just squeeze your head, and see how that evens out your wrist, if you're not gonna do that, but what we tend to do is this. Right, and then this comes out, and then there's no strength, you have to have this bone over this bone, radius over the ulna, and press one on top of the other, like that, okay? Now I bring the knee down, good, now lift the knees up. Now press the forearms down at the center, lift the shoulders up, good, walk in, try to get your feet up on the mat, good, stay there and breathe. Forearms down, shoulders up, lift the kneecaps up, straight knee, lift the heels up, lift your buttocks up, good, walk in if you can. Is that as far as you go? Lift your heels, lift your buttocks, straight knees, one leg up. Good, Simone, watch. Yep, there you go, good, heels to the wall, good. Buttocks away from the wall. Push your buttocks to the middle of the room and keep your heels on the wall and your feet together. Yeah. Good, Mia. Are you happy? Yeah. Good. Good. Are you trying to balance them out? Yeah. Okay. So we always want to tap so that this doesn't come into your eyeballs and face and you can't breathe, right? Good. And so you're going to move your ribs back, buttocks forward, like this. Ribs are back. Yes. Buttocks forward. Yes. Now I've got to bring both legs. Yes, I got you. Yeah, ribs back. Yes, buttocks forward. Yes. Buttocks forward. Yes. Good. Buttocks forward. Ribs back. Yes. So you're into Uttanasana. Good. Lift your inner feet up. Come on. Lift, touch the ceiling. Buttocks firm. Buttocks forward. Yes. Good. Good. Okay. Beautiful, Emily. So when you're ready to come, yeah, you want to come up again? Good, okay. So you lift the shoulders, okay? And press the head and forearms down, good. Keeping your head this good. Yeah, lift your shoulders, yes, press the head and forearms down, good. Walk in. As much as you can, lift your heels, lift your buttocks, put one leg up. Straight knee, flex foot, don't bend. So this leg comes and then this leg, you don't have to lift that other leg. Good, there you go. Press the heel. Press the heels to the wall. Now lift your inner feet, come on, inner legs up. Keep your feet together, inner feet up. Do this turning with your foot. Press into my hands with the balls of your feet. No, that's too much. Here, the balls, not the toes. Yeah, press into my hand. This one, press up, yeah. There you go. But keep pressing. Come on, keep pressing. You collapse. This. Press. Yeah. Press into my hand. Up. 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 Yes. Buttocks forward. Buttocks forward. Buttocks. Buttocks. Yes. Yes. Good. Keep your buttocks forward. Towards your face. Keep it firm. Come on. Buttocks. Buttocks. Forward. Yes. Inner feet up. Find your inner feet. Lift your inner heels. Here. Yes. Up. Up. Good, okay. Good. Straight leg, straight leg. Straight leg. Good. Good. Good, come on. Rest in child's. Take a few breaths. Excellent. Okay. Yeah. So of course I always overdo it with what I'm gonna do. So, I think then what we'll do is leg up the wall, hips on the bolster. Okay? Yeah. You okay with that? Leg up the wall. You don't control the time. Okay, so take your legs up the wall, hips on the bolster. I think that would be nice. Okay? So you have Viparita Karna. Unless that does not work for your back, then of course you can hit it flat. And if your bolster is too high, then you use blankets instead. And you want to have about a fist width distance from your bolster. You're from the wall, Lena. Yeah, that might be a little too much because you're kind of a small person. Well, actually, you can use the bolster, but it might be too far from the wall. Try using the bolster and then have blanket for your head because I think you might still need a blanket for your head. Try that. Yeah, try that. Not on the bolster. No, that just the bolster and the blankets for your head. Yeah. Now you sit on the bolster, on your side, roll over and take your legs up. Yeah. Come on, you should be able to get your hips to the wall. Use the ropes. And your buttocks, so the bolster should be up under your, yes. Now let your arms go. Feel how the bolster right under your shoulder blades? Isn't that nice? Yeah, and then your buttocks kind of descend. So it's like a combination of bridge and shoulder stand. Yes. Yes, now, when you sit, Nina, you want to, let's see, here you are. Yes, so you get your hips to the wall, and then here's the wall. You roll over, right? Bring your head on the ground. Bring your shoulder on the ground. Your left shoulder on the ground. Yes. And move your hips closer to the wall. Yes. And move your left shoulder towards me, any amount. Any amount. Bring your left, yes. There you go. Good. Yeah, and then you can adjust the bolster if it's too, and so, eventually you could get closer to the wall, but it's okay if that feels comfortable to you. It would be good if you could get the bolster, Nina, bend your knees, bring your feet on the wall, lift your hips and move the bolster more back towards your shoulder blades. More towards your shoulder, yes. Yeah, try that. And eventually you want to get your hips so that they're on the other side of the bolster, Nina, and they're hanging out in space. So your hips should be, keep the bolster more towards your shoulders. Lift your hips and pull the bolster back more. Stay there with your hips lifted. Stay there lift your hips, push into the wall with your feet and stay there. And yes, pull the bolster back towards your shoulders, more. Yes, now lower your hips and keep moving towards the wall, not away from the wall. Your buttocks should be, yes, your buttocks should be hanging off the other side of the bolster. That's why there's space there. So your butt can go on the other side of the bolster. Towards the wall. Yes, so your butt hangs down in that hole. Now you don't need that much support under your shoulders, head. You could take that head blanket maybe down a notch. You can see. Okay. Next time we'll have to do that when you're here so that we'll see. Yeah. If the bolster's too high, then you would use 2 blankets instead of the bolster under your hips. Yeah, if you can bring those blankets more back, bend your knees, lift your hips like bridge. Lift your hips high. Yeah, lift your hips, walk your feet up higher. Walk your feet higher up the wall. So now keep your knees bent. Oh. Walk your feet higher up the wall with your knees bent. Walk your feet up. Just move, yes. Now push into the wall with your feet and lift your hips up like bridge. Yeah, lift your hips, come on, like bridge, lift. See how your feet are a little too low? You can walk your feet up a little bit and now lift your hips. Come on, lift, yes. Now, so this is bridge. Yes. Now just pull the blankets back a little, and then you can lower down. So when you adjust your hips, don't be afraid, you go right into bridge. Oh. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But actually, as it happens, if you could use the ropes and pull yourself closer to the wall now. Okay. With your butt hanging a little, yes. Yeah. Yes. Now, how's that going? Yeah. Good. Okay. And for now, let your legs come a little apart so you're not squeezing your inner thighs. Yes. Good. And then over here, rest. If you make adjustments, if you're here after a while, you have an adjustment. And it's cute. You're almost touching. So you can go a little higher, so don't worry about that. So here is a good idea to think a little bit about all your stuff, right? So relax, don't do it. Take your shoulder blades. Yes. Feel how that gives you this nice opening. Yes. Yeah. And let this spread and release. Spread and release. Yeah. Let this off. Yes. Every time you exhale, this is hollow, and this fills all this area. Yeah. And the inbrains go this way. Yes. And you're widening out. Let's go that way. Right? And buttocks and hamstrings. Sitting bone up. Drop your sitting bones down. Drop your sitting bone. This down. So there's a yes. How that? Good. It looks good. I'm happy for you. And now look at your feet. I want you to think about this. So this is what you do in headstand, and it's not helping you. So you have to go here. Inner groin to inner knee, inner foot. Push it. And outer foot down. And that's, yeah. Yes, and spread. Okay? Yeah. And I think maybe this one more than this one. And then maybe, but take a look every once in a while. Okay? Because that affects this, this, Yes, 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 and keep doing that until this is like all the way down. Not by force. Sorry. But by release, yeah, so let your sitting bones spread and out. So there's gonna be more curtain. Right, and remember, it's this way, yeah, and your sitting bones drop and this, or your back lifts a little, right? But you don't have to engage it, you wanna just release, right? And release and let these drop, yes. Yes. Okay, and just put one more release. See what happens. I think we're about to listen, soles of the feet together, knees apart, deep breaths. Knees apart, Amanda. Bottoms of the feet touch each other. Bottoms of the feet open up. No, yes, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Yeah. Okay. Relax your toes, Katie. Yeah. Yes. Now, if it's better for you, in this one to move your buttocks a little back, you can, you know, actually stay there for a sec. Stay there. Well, this way. Yeah. Go ahead, go back to straight legs now. Go straight. Take a breath. Good. Firm your legs. Firm your feet. Now take your legs wide. Step your legs over the ropes, one by one. Keep your knees straight. Keep your knees straight. Injury. Yes. Yes. Good. Good, Simone. Now don't let your feet roll out, right? Maintain and don't roll too much in. Extend, widen your pelvic floor and observe the inner thighs connection at the sides of the pelvic floor. Widen there and extend from your inner groin to your inner knee to your inner feet, pull your outer feet back, your outer knees to your outer buttocks broad, back thighs broad. Yeah, so roll your legs just a little in, Emily, and flex your feet a little more. Yes. Push your heels out and broaden the backs of your legs. Yes, and press your legs firmly to the wall at the roots of the thighs, the middle thighs, the inner knees, the outer knees, above and below the knees. Yes. Keep the buttocks broad and descending. Good. And yeah, good. And then bring your legs together. Good. Deep breath. Come to squat. So slide the feet down, let your knees turn out, let your feet turn out, and slide the heels down, move your butt. So don't get too wide with your feet, right? But a little bit wide, and let your knees fall apart. So it's an externally rotated squat. Turn your toes out the same as your knees, and you can lift your feet up and walk your feet down more towards your buttocks, right? And wedge your feet in. Yeah. Yes. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's an external rotated squat. So yes, that one. Good. Yeah. Good, Fernanda, yes. Walk your right heel down more. Right heel down. Right. Heel. You can pull it with your hand if you need to. Yeah. Yes, and hook it in the, no, stay in the hook, stay in the hook. Move your right foot in more. Yes, and down. Yes. Good. Yeah, so you can use your right hand, right? So see how this one's in the hook? That one too, because otherwise we can. Yeah. Yes. Good. So you might bring your feet more down. You can use your hands if you need to pull the shins gently, watch the feet on the things, yeah, there you go. You kind of wedge in the wall. Yes. Okay. And then take your legs straight again. And then cross legs. Your arms over your arm, you can rest your arms on your legs, or you can take your arms up overhead and move around the elbows. Then observe which leg is on top, straighten that leg first, and then the other leg. Take a breath. Firm your legs for a moment in Dandasana. Don't do your toes, Katie. Don't pull your toes down. Yeah. Firm your knees more than your toes. Yeah. And then relax your knees and recross your legs as you lay on front. Right across at the center of the shins still. Yeah. Right across at the center of the shin. So slide your right foot more towards your left knee. More under and down. Yes, no, cross it and not the ankles, it's shins. Yes, like, yes, and slide your feet down, slide your feet down. Okay, and then extend your arms and change the press. And Katie, you don't do that. That's not good for you. Yeah, go look, yeah, a little wider, I think, don't you think? You can let your feet come down and point your feet, yeah. Okay, yeah, yes, this is better, yeah, good. So you're working towards. Yeah. And you could move back. Yeah, and you try to let your feet point. I know it's hard on these bigger, this bottom than it is. Yeah. And then. Then inhale and straighten your legs up. Exhale there. And bring your arms back down. 10 minutes. And then bend your knees slightly down the wall. Feet back and width. Foot point straight up. Don't squeeze your knees together. So if your knees want to really fall apart, try to widen your feet and turn your heels out and your toes in. Not so wide, try that. Turn your heels out a little bit, and then just let it relax. You don't have to engage, just try to relax. Yeah. Good. Good. And then you'll walk your feet down the wall, roll over to your side, and rest on your side a couple of breaths. You can keep your hips on the bolster and rest your head on your upper arm, or you can slide off. So whatever you put it. Lift your back knee down and soft. Yeah. Because you just arched it, so now you're at a beautiful position. And then you're ready to come up, roll towards your abdomen, put your waist in and come up. And you can sit on the bolster, both lying down. And just do a little shorter closing hand. And of course, if you have to go, you can always do it up. And then take namaste. Here we go. Lift the heart, press the thumbs to sternum, roll the shoulders back, tail to pubis, lift the pelvic floor, down the side of the waist back. Take a big breath in and out. Neil, lift your hands just a little higher up. Yes, there you go, even higher. Yes, and press your thumbs to sternum and lift the sternum. Yes, good. So we'll chant Om together. Big breath in. Asatoma,
Asatoma,
Satgamaya,
Satgamaya,
Tamasoma,
Tamasoma,
Jyotirgamaya.
Jyotirgamaya.
Mrityurma.
Mrityurma.
Amritam gamaya.
Amritam gamaya.
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Take a bigger breath, lift your heart, bow your head to your heart, release your hands to your thighs, and pause for a few breaths. Once again, descend into your heart center and maintain a sense of self there. And then with your eyes closed on your inhale, curl up your neck and bring your ears over your shoulders and keep your eyes closed as you raise your gaze. And again, move your eyes to the back of your head and soften and broaden your internal focus and drop down again into your heart center. Imagine that you can see and hear and smell and everything from your heart center, not just at the front, but at the back of your body and also the sides. And then let your eyelids gently move. Thank you. Okay, my friends,